בעזרת השם, back by popular demand. הלכות כיבוד אב ואם, שעת ומוצלחת, here with Rabbi Ari Hashem, in the Drash HaKadosh, David Chai, look at this beautiful bit of Knesset here. Anybody wants to join us every morning after Shacharit, every night after Arvit, and Bezat Hashem, hopefully in the evenings. There's Shurim here, galore, Baruch Hashem, every language almost, except for Russian, not yet. Maybe there is one in the Russian soon. But anyway, there is Spanish Shurim in French. Huh? There's Shurim in French here also, I think. No? Not yet? Soon. Okay, Bezat Hashem. Anyway, so B'shat Muslachat in Hebrew, 4601 Thomas Street. You're welcome to come here anytime and enjoy. So we are in the middle of, I think we should do the Chazara a little bit more inside of Chet, in Siman Resh Mem, Siif Chet. Halacha 8, because there's a very deep elaboration by Ramah. Exactly, he gets into actually the son is suing the father and the father is suing the son for mezonot. We'll see what's going on here. Let's see. Even though if you remember in the beginning, Ramah told us that the Beit Din cannot force the son to pay, right? Not to pay. The Beit Din cannot force the son to honor his father. Okay, but the Beit Din, sounds like the Beit Din is allowed to force the son to pay for his father's expenses, and we'll see in what's going on here. So let's go. Today is, by the way, a beautiful day, Rosh Chodesh Simcha, Rosh Chodesh Shvat, Yom of Chazara, Midoraita, we learned that over there in the Torah, that you have to do Chazara, meaning repeat Torah constantly. Go back and back again and again and again, repetition, B'shat Tova U'Mutzlachat. So let's say Chet. So somebody asks, what does a rabbi do? 100 years is learning. What does he do every day? Yeah, constantly repeating the same thing. The Torah, even the rabbis tell us that if you repeat something 101 times, you will never forget it. As unfortunately our minds are forgetful. And Bezat Hashem, this is what we learned from this Rosh Chodesh Shvat. Rabbi Sharabani pointed it out yesterday. Baruch Hashem. Today is also Thursday, the 5th day of the week of Parashat Shabbat Bo. So Chet, Siv Chet. Ateichan kibud av va'em. So we had a question. What is meaning? How far does the honor of the father and mother go? So he says like this. So over there, yes, the other day we asked what was the fear. So over there, fear was that the son is a president or a mayor or even a chief rabbi of Israel, and the father came and beat him up in front of everybody. So that's going to be, you have to fear him. But over here, he's not touching you physically. Here, the father and the mother came, right? Natlu kis shel zohavim. They took his money. He took his money. He had a sack of 100 gold coins on his belt in the olden days. And what did he do? He took that 100 golden coins and liyam. He threw it into the ocean. Okay, so that's again it's understanding. And he throws the sack of gold from his son. The father rips it out of his hands and throws it to the yam. Lo yachlimem, the halacha says, Shulchan Aruch says, you are not allowed to embarrass your father in any way. V'lo yitzar bifnehem, and not more than that. Not just you're not allowed to get angry with your father. You are not allowed to show features of anger in front of your father. V'lo ichos kenegdam, and chas v'shalom, never get angry. Ela yikabel gezirat hakatuv v'yishtok. Rather, the Torah obligates us to accept what Hashem has decreed and be quiet. So that's the language of Shulchan Aruch in this siman. Says Ramah, v'yesh omrim, so Ashkenazim add over here, Ramah, yesh omrim, de'im rotzeh lizrok ma'ot shel ben liyam. However, some say that if the father is wishing to take the money from his son and throw it into the ocean, or in this case, he wants to burn all the $100 bills, the whole stack, in the safe of the son, right? You said yesterday. And the father wants to take it, meaning he doesn't have it in his hand yet. So some say the son does not have to open the safe for his father for that purpose. Meaning, but that something, that the only time that I have to honor my father from his money. What?
So then he can ask.
What do you mean he can ask?
How does he know the son for what purpose his father wants to open the safe?
No, he told him. He tells him. He tells him. Not well, how does he know? The father came in angry and he says, I'm going to burn all your money. Open your safe. The father is saying those words. Open your safe. So there are some opinions that say, wait a minute, what do you mean you come into my house and you want to burn my money? You want to make me poor? I'm not listening to you. That is not obligated to listen to son. Okay? Okay, לכבודו רק משל אב. The Torah tells you, the father, however, what about the father comes and says to his son, open my safe. I want to burn all the money.
God bless you.
Right? The son says, wait a minute, that money is not yours, it's mine after you die. That's not your business what happens after I die. That's a prohibition for a son to say such a word. Even to say to his father, even to think, or even to have a chas v'shalom, a little hint into that, I'm waiting for you to die. Chas v'shalom. Right? Aval lo mishel ben. So according to Ramah, that as long as the father wants to destroy his property, it's okay. But he wants to destroy his son's property, that's asur. That's asur from the father's side, and the son does not have to help him. Again, this is talking about where the reality is the father does not have his achizah, he does not have his hands on the money yet. Ve'en chiluk ben lechvodo or litza'aro. And it doesn't matter that either honoring him or has shalom to make your father upset. Now his father getting angry. I want to burn your money. Open the safe. He's getting angry.
You don't have to.
But he's suffering, right? So maybe you're causing him tsar, and maybe that's an avera. Says the Ramawi, according to this opinion, that's not a problem. Okay, v'davka kodem shezarkan. So this is all talking about what? Before the father has his hands on the money of his son. Before he threw it. ואפשר ממנה ולא עביד, אבל אם כבר זרקוהו. Okay, so now, this is talking about what? Where the father didn't throw the money yet. But obviously Rama agrees that once the money was thrown already, אסור לחלומי, אבל יכול לתבוע לדינה. Oh, so Rama says here that if the father just took the money, 100 golden coins from me and threw it into the ocean, I cannot embarrass him. Says the Rama, no, you could actually take him to Beit Din and take the money and charge him for that money. Okay? ודווקא אם רוצה לזרוק כיסו לים, דאית בחסרון כיס. Specifically, where the father wants to throw the money into the ocean where there is money missing. אבל אם רוצה להעביר ממנו רווח בעלמא, אסור בכל עניין. However, this is talking about son's money. But let's say the father says, how much did you buy this diamond for? Father, I bought this diamond $50,000. How much do you sell it to my friend for? $75,000. You want a profit of $25,000, right? Yes. Okay, sell it to my friend for $50,000.
No.
Yes. There the son will be prohibited not to listen to his father. He's not losing anything. Okay? ובין שיש לו דין עם אביו ואב, הוא תובע הבן, צריך הבן ללך אחר אביו, אף על פי שהבן הוא נתבע. Okay, so that's one element. Says, אבל אם רוצה להעביר ממנו רווח בעלמא, אסור בכל עניין. So meaning, the profit, if the father causes his son not to make a profit, there is no, what's his name? There's no permission from the son to prevent it. Why? It's going to be the same thing. The Torah tells us specifically what? What?
You can't sue him.
Right. You cannot sue him because he didn't lose anything. It depends. Some people want to say that by not making you, you're losing. It's not true. That's not what Torah says. Torah does not consider you not making money losing. A goyim, they actually think like that. Goy has in his mind, if I didn't make $200 today, I lost $200. That's the way Goy thinks. The Jew...
A lot of Jews think the same way.
Unfortunately, that's why I say Goy, because that's a Goyish thing. Hopefully, those Jews who do think like that will stop thinking like that because it's not real. Because something is not in your hands, it's not in your hands. So you cannot lose something that's not in yours. Okay. Okay, what about a son that has a judgment with his father? Let's say the father lives in New York and the son lives in Florida. Okay? So the question is, to which Beit Din do they go? They must go to New York. And in any matter. A matter of the son suing his father, or the father suing the son has to what's his name, interrupt his lifestyle and go where the father is. Hashem. So we're continuing here that it must be that the son will, no matter who is what suing what, where and how, the son has to go to the city where the father. That's called honoring the father. Honoring your father, even we're talking about in a difficult situation where there is a loss of finances. Still, the Torah obligates the son to leave his Florida townhouse and go to New York, rent a hotel room, and resolve the issue with his father there in the New York Beit Din. Let's go. That's now we're just going a little bit more deeply in Siv Chet. So Siv Tet, number 9, Halacha 9, here. Hayab lichvodo afilu achar moto. A son is obligated to honor his father even after the father dies. Okay? Ketzad. So how do you do that? So like this. Haya omer davar shemua mepiv. So a son who happens to be, he wants to repeat something that his father taught. Torah or something. Omer, so he says, Kach amar abba mori. He should say, that's the way my father, honorable, fearsome, saw it. That is, the coffee is the best in town. I come here only, I think, for your coffee. Nothing else. I come over here more specifically for your coffee, Baruch Hashem. I don't get a paycheck here, so it sounds like I'm coming for coffee. Hareini kaparat mishkevo. So when a person that wants to mention that whatever his father said something, he shall say, I am saying something in an honor of, in memory, not in memory, on behalf of my father who is awesome, and you should say those words, Hareini, behold, Hareini kaparat mishkavo. I am the kapara of his passing. Okay? Meaning I'm the atonement for his, what's his name? For his previous life, it looks like, from his father. If this is talking about within the 12 months of passing of his father, anytime he mentions anything, like, there's a haskara, a yortzeit, whatever it is, in the meal, he wants to say something on behalf of his father, he should say those words, that I am the atonement for him in this life. Meaning, I am the atonement for him in his life. And that's true. That's the reality. Bra mezaket aviv. The son elevates his father from Gehinnom, from punishment for his sins in the previous life of the father. Ve'im hu la'achar 12 chodesh. However, says Shulchan Aruch, what happened? What do you say? How do you address or mention your father after 12 months of passing? Omer zichrono libracha, just like anybody else. He's saying, but my father, my fearsome, may his memory be blessed, he used to say this. That's how you speak after 12 months. So the first 12 months, you say, I'm an atonement for him. But after that, you just say, may his memory be blessed. That's Shulchan Aruch, Halacha number 9. Says the Rema. Let's see what the Ashkenazim say. Say Rema, ve'en chiluk ben im em le'av. Obviously, there is no difference between father or mother. Bechol ze, in all these matters. Omrim, the em kotev toch 12 חודש דבר ומזכיר אביו אין צריך לכתוב הריני כפרת משכבו. However, this is all while he is speaking. But what about writing? I'm writing a statement that my mother said or my father said. There it says, you do not have to say, I am the atonement for him when you write his name. You say, this is what my father, my dear father said. Okay, khalas, that's it. You don't have to repeat, I am an atonement for him and all this thing. But you could write over there when you write, within the 12 months, you should write, may his memory be blessed. That you could say. Do you know why? Says Rama, as long as you know that whatever you're writing is going to be there forever after 12 months also. Right? So since it's going to be there until after 12 months, so whatever, it's going to, your speech is not there after 12 months, right? You're talking right now. Even though it's video recorded and audio recorded, doesn't matter. You're talking right now. But over here, since you're not uttering anything out of your mouth, says Rama, you don't have to write those words. But
they're going to last longer.
Huh?
Because they're going to last longer.
Longer, yeah. Because it's going to be more memorable. V'yesh machmirim afilu b'ktiva. That's okay. That's Riv. However, there is actually an element of Rabbanim who say even b'ktiva, if you're writing in 12 months, in memory of your father, something you have to say Areini Mishkavo, even in writing. Who is that? That's Bashar Mechabrim. Okay? The Beit Yosef brings it down over there. Look at Beit Yosef, there are many poskim that actually write down that if you're writing even a letter or you're writing the Torah in memory of your father the first 12 months, you should actually say those words that you are kapara, you're an atonement for his life. Okay? Halacha. We have time? Yeah, today is plenty of time. We have 10:25. Some people didn't show up for Zohar.
We'll do Zohar in a minute.
You want to do Zohar? No way. Yeah? You like Zohar? I get scared of Zohar. Okay. You really? You're not joking? Whoa. All right. I don't know what the whole world is about. Zohar. Everybody likes Zohar. I'm scared of Zohar. I don't know.
It's the time.
Time? Yeah? Okay. Yud. Mishin Tarfat Da'at Aviv. What happened if your father became a Michiganer? He became crazy.
It was a good question.
Good.
If before you go on,
Yes.
legit question. So, I have a sister.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Jewish, but especially
Okay.
father and mother is important.
Right.
So she's pregnant. She lives with my father, and
You want the people to hear this or put it on hold? So say out loud. We're on YouTube. People want to. Why are we pausing here? So she's pregnant.
she's pregnant.
Okay.
They don't have money. She's helping
Okay.
them. She's
Who's helping them? Your mother?
no,
The other
my
side.
sister.
Your mother. Your sister's mother?
No, my sister is helping her mother.
Who doesn't have
and,
money? I
and,
got
and
you.
my father.
Gotcha.
Who
Okay.
don't have money.
And your sister has well-to-do, Baruch Hashem.
No, she's also having very difficult time. She goes to work and she lives with them.
Okay, so she lives together with them.
She
Okay.
lives together with them.
Okay.
So they're a little crazy.
Baruch Hashem.
Thank God. They pick up stuff from outside, like ladders, random things.
Random things. Okay, they're hoarders. It's called hoarders.
Hey, listen, there's some salad that was left.
Wow, you're the best, Rabbi.
Yeah, that's all. And this scoop,
Food is the best thing in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're the best.
Yeah, sure.
The best from from what east? What is it? This is the East Coast, right? What is it called? This
Who is these folks?
East Coast, Rabbi. You're the best from the East Coast.
And so she's gonna have this kid, and she's very concerned because she's gonna have a baby in a garbage dumpster.
Okay.
Now she can't tell them that they're wrong, and she can't say certain things to them.
Right.
But this is there's other things also. They cook for no good reason. They leave the food overnight.
Anything
Nothing
that's
to-
here, if you want to just take it home, because I don't think anybody's gonna eat it. And tomorrow morning they throw everything that's in the refrigerator.
Thank you
So
very
meaning
much.
if we don't eat it, we just throw it to garbage, but not put it back in the fridge. Is that what you're saying just now, Rabbi? Because I don't want to be baltashkas over here.
Yeah, maybe just the scoop. No, the fish wants to leave it, but it's gonna be thrown out. I can tell you. Maybe tomorrow morning some people will eat it. That's true. Okay, but whatever.
So in other words, you want to say it nicely without saying, please put everything back in the
Take
fridge.
it with you, it'd be even better. If you take it with you, it'd be even better.
All right, Rabbi. Let's go. Continue. So what's the question?
Don't you dare touch it.
So what is she to do? And she asked me to speak to them. And we learned this halacha. And I'm like, what is there to talk to them about? It's their house, okay, doesn't matter.
Whose house is it? Who's paying for the house?
She's helping pay, but it's their house.
Okay, so it's not her house. So she's a guest there.
Well, technically, on the lease they're together.
But
If we want
they're renting, you mean?
Yeah, if we want to give her a little bit more.
So she's the part. What's like? She's without a husband.
She's without a husband.
Okay, she got pregnant without a husband, or she got divorced in the middle
No, she got pregnant.
without a husband. Okay, I got you. And why doesn't she go move out with the guy? He doesn't want her.
No, the guy is, sometimes
Broke.
sometimes it's good when the husband is away.
Okay, I got you. So what do you do in this situation? Why do you Bichlal have to get involved? That's my answer.
Well,
I
why
don't
she
know.
asked me.
Nothing you say. I don't know.
So I told her that it's a complicated thing to ask. I said you should instead come to my house and just stay by us because it's a problem that's going to keep on giving.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
No, you're not fine.
Why?
Because which rabbi gave you permission to say those words?
To say which words?
What you just said.
I have to come by to have it
Yeah,
by us.
yeah.
I don't need rabbi's permission for
You
that.
don't need rabbi's permission for that. Okay, I got you. Then, okay, if that's what you think. So, whatever you say, Rabbi, if you think you don't have to ask your rabbi for anything, then I can help you. What can I do? Let's continue.
So
Okay.
what should do?
I just told you an answer. You're not supposed to get involved and say, I don't know.
What is
Finish. The answer is right there.
What does she do?
I just told you. The answer is you don't know. I cannot and not allowed to get involved in such a situation.
I'm not saying that I'm getting involved.
But you are. You just told her, come to my house. That's already out of this world. And I would say it's asur for you to say such a thing to her. Because you know why.
She's my sister. I can have my sister.
I'm going to put it on pause. I'll tell you why. Bezat Hashem, we're back at the Halacha Yud. We're going to learn now what happens with the parents are or becoming a lost mind. Sometimes people think that it's age. It's the age. No, it's not the age. Avirot, obviously, sins, as we already mentioned many times. If a person fakes that he doesn't understand somebody, doesn't hear when somebody really needs him, in that case, chas v'shalom, it could be maybe that's the reason why people in older age become crazy or like they don't hear anymore because they're short to Hashem that they don't mind if that happens to them. But a person should constantly pray from the first day as he knows how to pray that Hashem should help him, that his mind, he should never lose his mind. But here Shulchan Aruch is going to discuss, this is a little introduction, but Shulchan Aruch is going to discuss what happens if your parents lost their mind. Not lost their mind to your understanding, but really you see that they lost their mind, meaning just because they do something that you don't like, that doesn't mean they lost their mind. Okay, lost mind means people do things that will harm them physically immediately. Okay, that's called loss of mind. What's the outcome tomorrow? They might harm themselves. That doesn't mean loss of mind. That just means that the person has different understanding. As we know, as the older we get, we have different understandings in this world than when we were younger. So let's see. Halacha says, really, the father is about to drink ammonia for his breakfast coffee. Now, that is something, that's what we're talking about. This is what the father, I just want to say it out there because some people don't, because everybody today is crazy, everybody's a nutcase today, right? Because you don't agree with somebody doesn't mean that they're nutcase. Okay, just let's put it out there. Or imo, so his father or the mother became really, really like strange. Want to drink ammonia or drink soap detergent for coffee. So what do you do? What should the son do? The mother or the daughter? What should they do? משתדל לנהוג עמהם כפי דתם עד שירוויחם עליהם ואם אי אפשר לו לעמוד בפני שנשתנו ביותר ילך לו בעיניכם ויצווה לאחרים לנהגם כראוי. So now, the Shulchan Aruch says like this. You are still obligated to care for your parents fully, to your fullest extent, as long as obviously there's not going to be much bickering and there's not going to be much depression from this. However, says Shulchan Aruch, if you are unable to stay peaceful-minded, dealing with the situation with your parents, hire others and go to a different place to live. Don't stay with them.
The nursing home.
Nursing home or whatever. You have to hire, they don't want to go to nursing home, so you have to hire a helper at home. If you can afford it, obviously. Okay? It has to be still befitting. Just because they're mentally unstable, they still have to have food, proper nutrition, proper clothing. There's no, let me save money. And most people today, unfortunately, dealing with parents' money. That's where the biggest problems are. Because poor people, they're always poor, and they're not looking for. It doesn't matter to them, how much money they will be carrying the same way. But where the problem starts is with the rich people. And the rich people have a lot of greed, unfortunately. And because they have a lot of greed, they will start to save money. Why should I feed my father? My father doesn't have the difference, knowledge between a steak or a chicken a fried chicken cutlet. He doesn't have the difference in his mind. It's still food. So let me, instead of his diet continue to be a steak, I'm going to put him on a chicken cutlet. Chas v'shalom. That's what we're talking about. That's asur. Let's see. As we already said many times, you can't play games. And especially if it's his money. It's not your money till he dies. Many people today are crazy. They think, oh, why should my mother's gonna go, oh, I'm gonna keep all that. Who said you're gonna live longer than them? Where does it say that a son will live longer than them? The whole raya, we have so much evidence that it's not true, and many children die before their parents, even the parents are already old. It's not true. And chas v'shalom, that a person should be guided by any of this misguidance of money, care, I need, let's face the reality, Rabbi, they're going to die anyway. Doesn't matter. That's not your business. It's theirs until they're dead. Yud Aleph. Okay? That's the halacha. What happens if you see your father? This is very common today, and I think we're going to stop here because in reality this is a very strong topic, and I think we should start tomorrow morning. This is going to be discussed. What happens if your parents break Torah in front of you, and you know it, and how should you not talk about mentally unstable parents? We're talking about regular parents, stable, healthy parent goes against Torah, and because this topic is very prevalent today, we're going to leave it for beginning of a class, not a shiur, and we're right now already 26 minutes into it. Bezat Hashem, hopefully tomorrow with Hashem's help. Whoever needs to go to work, go make a lot of money without any headaches, without any problems.